steps forward. On in line. Set for the City of Cape Town, Cape of Good Hope Nursery, all clear. Sprinting from that 1200-meter mark. Golden Tatiana on the inside began quickly, so too did Icy Blast. They being followed by the Abdicator, Deep Rot Raskova. Teflon Man is also creeping closer, sitting on the heels of the early speed. They being followed by Winter Cloud, who's sitting towards the inside. Racing next on the outside, we got Evie's Horizon. Then comes Distant Winter, and Fibonacci sees them all as they settle fully into stride, head down past the 700. Icy Blast is the one that leads the way. Bohemian Grove has pulled his way up into second. On the inside running rail, we got Golden Tatiana. Deep Rot, we got Teflon Man. Then comes Raskova. Winter Cloud is being followed by the Abdicator. Gimme Lightning is tucked away. He's got about 6-7 lengths to make up. Evie's Horizon, Fibonacci off that false rail. 350 meters left to go, and Icy Blast leads the way by a good couple. Out the pack, we got Winter Cloud, who's starting to reel in the leader. Up the outside, we got Distant Winter. Between runners, Golden Tatiana. Down the inside, it's Winter Cloud that has taken the lead. We're into the closing stages. Distant Winter is chasing up the outside, but there's no stopping Grant van Niekerk as Winter Cloud wins it from Distant Winter. Golden Tatiana and Icy Blast. Let's get back into the action, have another look at on replay. Icy Blast that led, but now Winter Cloud gets given her head and she starts to respond. She quickly moves up, takes the lead, and now the chase is on. Once she's hit the front as who's going to run second, as Winter Cloud comes home full of running to win the 6th race on today's card and wins the 2023 renewal of the Nursery. 1, 9, 3 and 4. That's the call, race 6. Number 1, Winter Cloud. Winner of the City of Cape Town, Cape of Good Hope Nursery, Grade 3. Circling just outside the winner's enclosure, waiting her winning connections to join her. Mark Bass, Candace Bass Robinson have already arrived down there, and so too has Mrs. Gaynor Rupert, as well as Kevin Somerville, representing the owners, Drakenstein Stud, as they lead in. Number 1, Winter Cloud. Into the winner's enclosure, the 2023 renewal winner of the Cape of Good Hope Nursery. Well done to all concerned, to Candace Bass Robinson, Grant van Niekerk and the rest of the team.
Great lead in there of number 1, Winter Cloud. Candace Bass Robinson dressed in red, along with the connections, the Drakenstein Stud, Kevin Somerville and Gaynor Rupert. And this is a beautifully bred filly. She really does look to have a great future ahead of her. And MJ, she really picked it up when she needed to then. That was a very impressive win.
Yeah, especially taking on the colts. Obviously, she does get the 2.5 kilos weight allowance, which shown that the first 3 past the post as fillies, and this filly was very, very impressive. As you said, she's well related, and I'm sure she could end up being anything as filly.
The filly certainly gave the boys a bit of a lesson. I think there were 4 of them in the first 5 positions.
Yeah, Grant, I think this weight allowance, youngsters, I mean, the colts carried 60 and the fillies carried 57.5, and they look like they're half decent, those fillies. They've got good exposed form. I'm sure they're going to go on, and they know slouches, that's for sure. And I think this time of the year, the fillies might be just a little bit more precocious than the colts.
Lovely vibe here on course as you see the winner being led away. It's not going to be long before we get the winning interviews. Vicky Minot's going to be standing by, and I think we'll have very jubilant connections there. This is a beautifully bred filly, and she's already managed to get bold black type, and her future pedigree is going to be well enhanced. Over to Vicky to conduct the winning interviews.
Thank you very much, Grant. Race 6, the City of Cape Town, a Good Hope Nursery, a Grade 3 event, has been won by the well-bred number 1, Winter Cloud, the daughter of What a Winter. Well done to Drakenstein Stud for breeding and owning the filly. We're going to speak to Ntando Matlelani. And Ntando, there is your 1,000 Rand from Hollywood Bets. Well done.
Well done, very nice, very well done. Thanks, so good.
Champion. And there you go, Justin Vermark is from Cape Racing, is also going to hand over the Kaya Stable Star Grooms, so they can just accept that memento. Well done to Ntando. Next up, Grant van Niekerk. This is, if I'm not mistaken, 3rd winner of the day. Well done, Grant.
Thank you.
This filly, obviously a really classy and well-bred sort. Were you happy when you were engaged on her?
I was. I wasn't quite sure because I asked Aldo in the room. I said, listen, are you sure you chose right there? And then he says it was a very tough decision for him, but in time his filly will probably end up being better. But he did give me the go-ahead saying my filly is more ready than his one. So thanks to him and thanks to Candice for allowing me to ride this filly. I think she's a stunning filly. It reminds me of Clouds Unfold a little bit as she's the full sister. But yeah, and I would just wish I had this form on midday because I don't know where I was on midday. I wasn't at the races. But I'm here today and we move forward.
Grant, regarding this filly and how she gives you, in comparison to some of the rest, is she right up there?
Yeah, she's quite a nice filly. Look, it wasn't an easy task for her today, and she carried 57.5 against the boys, so she's a filly that will go straight to the top, in my opinion. Whoever can then put her, she'll be competitive.
Well done, Grant, and may the rest of the day continue.
Thank you, yeah, and to obviously my sponsors, lovely having a winner for them again, so thanks to them. Thank you.
Well done, that's Grant van Niekerk, winning jockey. Next up, we've got Candice Robinson from Bass Racing, and Candice, well done.
Thank you, Vicky.
Obviously, you have a bunch of really fancy juveniles, and this filly's comes through and dominated.
She has, Vicky, and she's obviously, you know, being a full sister to Clouds Unfold, she's very much a close part to me. She's quite different to her, actually. She's a much smaller filly, but very powerful and strong. And, you know, when she won her maiden, she won that maiden pretty convincingly. I don't think there's a lot between my two fillies. I think it was a hard choice between the two. And, you know, it's the first time she obviously goes to 1200. But I definitely thought that both of them had a good chance, even in, you know, taking on the colts this time around. I think the fillies are precocious enough to be able to do that at this stage. And, you know, Clouds Unfold won the nursery herself against the colts. So a bit of deja vu here again. So lovely to win it again for Gaynor and Kevin at Drakenstein Stud. You know, super mare. I think she's going to hopefully follow in the footsteps of her sister and the rest of them. So lovely filly to have back at stud. And thank you very much to them for all the support that they always give me. And obviously to Cape Racing, super to have a race like this with stake money. For these juveniles, they've really put on a nice incentive for the 2-year-olds this year, and very grateful for that, and lovely to win it too.
Well done, Candice.
Thank you.
Can please accept your trophy from Justin Vermaak, and thank you very much to City of Cape Town for jumping on board, being the sponsor of the Good Hope Nursery. Next up, we're going to have Drakenstein Stud. Gaynor Rupert's going to come across and chat to me, and I think, as Candice said, a little bit of deja vu today.
Yes, indeed, and so happy to have these juvenile fillies showing such talent and from such good families. So thank you very, very much to Candice and her whole team, and also to Grant and to Aldo. They did a great job for us.
And this is just all the beginning of their career, so that's exciting times ahead.
Yes, big black type already, so we couldn't be happier, and just thanks also to Cape Racing for putting on this fantastic series, juvenile series.
And all the best for the rest of the day.
Thank you.
It's not, there you go, Justin Vermaak to hand over the winning mementos. Well done to Mrs. Rupert from Drakenstein Stud. Chase will just be taking their photo. Well done to them for not only owning but also breeding Winter Cloud, #1, the daughter of What a Winter. She is a really nice type and well bred, so I'm sure we'll see a lot from her in the future. Well done to Candice Robinson for breeding, for training, should I say, and Grant van Niekerk for riding.